What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today, we got some Georgia Southern. And it's time to get on the recruiting trail to erase the memory of this past season. We had high hopes, national championship hopes. We ended up playing USF in the Insight Bowl. Austin Leonard, he missed half of the season. His numbers, though, are they're fairly good. Just under 2,000 yards passing, 16 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Yeah, and it's time to move on from him. Ashton Smith, just under 1,000 yards rushing. He was running back by committee because Smith got suspended. Then he had some fumbling issues, and then Quentin Jordan emerged as a freshman to keep our eyes on. So that's what we did, and we kept on feeding him the ball, and of course, Justin Battle as well. Matt Brown, 72 tackles to lead the team, 17 tackles for loss. Then Campbell's good, 11 sacks, and maybe he'll come back next year. Roger Owens, first team All-American, 8 interceptions. He's a junior. He could say goodbye to us. And Flowers, he's definitely going to say goodbye to us as a senior. Here are his career numbers. Talking about Austin Leonard, he was a 2-year starter, 5,386 yards, 44 touchdowns, and 19 interceptions. Ashton Smith, 3,390 yards. I think I'm going to say he's the leading rusher in school history in the game. So, yeah, we're going to go with that. 3,398 for him. Zach Bask, 125 receptions, 2,500 yards receiving. A good career from him. I was excited for him because of his size. Coming from California, I thought he was going to be a beast. And he turned out to be very, very good. We always have good receiving corps, so we really don't focus on just one guy unless it was like Blake Naismith. But even he had Davenport alongside him. Michael Green, he is your Heisman winner, the Maxwell winner, so you know he's going to win the best quarterback. Greco, the Benerick Award winner. Michael Green, best quarterback award winner as well. He's a senior, 5th-year senior, so he is going to be gone. Jeff Rodriguez, who we played against, and we held him under 100. He got 87 versus us. So we did our thing versus one of the best backs, or the best back in the nation. Mitchell, he wins the best tight end award representing Utah. Then Gibson, the best old lineman award out of Air Force. Out of Air Force, excuse me. I don't think that's real, though, NCAA. I don't think you can be in the Air Force weighing over 300 pounds. I'm just saying. Anyways, Greco's the best linebacker. Obviously, he should be. Joe Green wins the Thorpe Award. To me, I think defensive backs are the most exciting players. They can be big hitters, ball hawks, a mixture of both. I love the defensive backs in the name. I'm a Dawkins, baby. Anyways, the head coach from Kent State. Is it Kent State? Yeah, Kent State. He wins the coach of the year. New Orleans Bowl, Louisiana Lafayette, they beat Tulsa. Colorado, they beat Virginia Tech. Miami University, they beat Memphis. UAB, they fall to Central Michigan. Boise State, they lose to Houston. Hawaii, they lose to Air Force. Fresno State, they lose to Rice. Louisiana Tech, they lose to Duke. Louisiana Monroe, they end up losing to Kent State, who finishes number 14 in the nation, I believe. Number 12, LSU, they get beat down by Oklahoma. We handle USF. Penn State and Texas had one of the best bowl games of bowl season. Texas wins that game. Virginia, they lose to Louisville. Ball State, they would end up losing to Baylor. Utah would lose to Nevada. Washington, they would beat Texas A&M. Bowling Green, they would beat who they play? Troy. USC will fall to Michigan State. San Diego State. Y'all see it. I'm getting behind. It's too many teams going too fast. I apologize. Anyways, though, here go the rest of the bowl games. Iowa, they would beat Tennessee. Florida, they would fall to Michigan in the Rose Bowl. Nebraska, they would beat Minnesota. Minnesota coming alive in this dynasty. That's cool to see, man. And then the national championship game, Miami beats Cal. So Miami, I believe they've won 4 natties throughout this dynasty, maybe more, but I know it's 4 for sure. This is our budget. That's what we're focusing on. Roger Owens will go pro, and I'm going to do it like we should have did it last year. I'm going to let these guys go pro if they want to go pro. If somebody wants to transfer, I may talk to them and then maybe stay in with the program. But if you want to go pro, I'm going to let you go pro. And even if you want to transfer, especially if I know your position group and I know you're kind of buried on the depth chart, I'm going to let you go. If it's somebody who I feel like is going to start within the next year or two, I'll probably try to persuade them to come back for another year. Our cornerback room is going to be light. We're losing Nugent. We're losing Flowers. Like, we are losing some dogs. Bask is gone. Marcus Lee is gone. Ashton Smith, he is gone. Then you got White on the O-line, 96 overall. You got Leonard at quarterback. He is gone, and the highest overall guy, Matt Brown, he is gone as well. So we had a great time with those seniors. It was a great recruiting class. They turned out to be one of the best. I mean, these guys won us the Natty. You know what I mean? So now it's time for us to retool. These are the guys that we're going after. 1 5-star recruit, a whole host of 4-star recruits. Hopefully we can get all of these guys to sign on the dotted line. And then there will be a strong group of 3-star recruits, starting with this fullback in Brad Hart. Then you got a punter in James. And then you got another D tackle in Lewis. So again, the 3-star room is there. And when it comes to strong safeties is probably the biggest need. We're losing Owens. So we're going to go after Osborne, who's a 2-star, and then 2 1-star strong safeties as well. We already got Fox in the in-season recruiting process. So in the first week of recruiting, we get Justin Scott to sign on the dotted line, along with Williams, big tackle from California. So very, very happy about that, as you can tell, because, I mean, I want these guys to stick around and be happy. You feel me? So week 2 recruits, man, it was one of our biggest weeks of the offseason so far. We get Hicks, we get James at tight end, we got Darby, big center, both from VA, talking about James and Darby. Then our punter, James, he is from New Jersey. He signs on the dotted line as a junior college transfer. Got Lewis D tackle and an Osborne as safety. So we're looking at another D tackle. We got these guys assigned. Why not go back and see who's still available, who is still looking for scholarships, who still is on the, like, come court me, baby, if you're still on that, path. And we're here to court. So here we go, man. We're going to go after 2 guys from the state of Georgia. That makes the recruiting process a little bit easier. You can just hit them with location and see how that goes, and then hit them with maybe some program prestige, coaching prestige as well. So Ford, we get him to sign. We get Johnson from Texas, he signs on the line. Then we get Brown, tackle from Georgia, and then we get Mr. Brad Hart from South Carolina. I believe South Carolina is a pipeline state for us. Week 4 of recruiting, we get Sean Sharp from Louisiana. That's a pipeline for us as well. And then Michigan man Drew Randolph, halfback, 3-star recruit. Not mad at that at all. So now we're in our final week of recruiting. We're going to hit Hines with the dreaded playing time, because if we don't give these guys playing time, they might walk, and he might walk, because our O-line room is pretty thick, and he would actually be the only guy that comes to town. We had 5 guys left on our big board, and 4 of them decided to go elsewhere or to do other things with their life besides be a college football player. So a pretty good recruiting class, I must say. Will this be a recruiting class that can lead us to a national championship in the next 2 to 3, 4 years? I think so. Who's going to contribute out of this class their freshman year? That's going to be a big time question. And it probably won't be Randolph, because our running back room is pretty heavy, but you never know. It could be somebody in the secondary. It could be a fullback. You never know who's going to get red-shirted. Will Hines get red-shirted? Yo, you never know. Stay tuned, all right? So Jordan Mack, he decided to just not play. He did not qualify. He just did not want to play college football, and more power to him. Fred Harris going to Florida. Aaron Roth going to go to Georgia. It was us, Georgia Tech, and Georgia in his top 3. And then Mark Patrick, he's going to be going to South Carolina. He's from South Carolina, so why not play football for your home state? And then Ed Andrews going to Colorado, the number 1 player, number 1 cornerback in the nation. Where have we heard that before? Or it's playing out right now. Maybe he didn't go there to start off, but he's there now. Then this big guard is going to have to go to junior college football. Got to get your grades up, son. You got to be more than just an athlete, you know what I'm saying, and what comes with it. You got to be in the books as well. Ben Sol, he is a tackle going to Michigan State. AJ is going to AJ Mayhew, going to Texas Tech. Pierce, cornerback, number 8. Then Conception, the number 9 player in the country, going to VA. And then Greg Hines. So not bad, man. We got a top 10 player. Looking at the quarterbacks, man, they're losing one and they're gaining one. The best quarterback in the nation is going to Nebraska. And that's not all, man. That's not all. Lee Alfred from Kentucky, also going to Nebraska. Jabari, who we tried to get during the in-season process, is going to Texas Tech. That's a good look, man. They throw the ball all over the field at Texas Tech, man. You never know. You never know what you're going to turn out to be at Texas Tech playing quarterback, but you know you're going to be able to throw that football. Anyways, Nebraska, number one recruiting class, followed by Michigan, then Maryland, then Florida. They finished number 4, and then you got Texas Tech finishing in the top 5. After them, Texas A&M. Number 7 is Penn State. Number 8, you got Iowa. So the Big Ten is represented well. The Pac-10 represented with Washington. No 5-star recruits, but they are in the top 10 at number 9. Georgia at number 10. And now where are the Eagles of Georgia Southern? And we find ourselves just outside the top 15 at number 16 with only 16 scholarships. I think Colorado, they might have been on a probation for 1 year, but I think you're going to see that they are now on probation for 2 years when we get to the top 25. Sucks for them. These are our breakthrough athletes. These are the guys that improved the most. So, hey, fullback Bonner, 92 overall. I'm loving that. The O-line looking good, like looking really good. We might have to move some guys around just to get the best O-lineman out there. Whether it's guard, left tackle, right tackle, who cares, man? Just get out there and block some people for your boy. You feel me? Jason Ryan, I'm excited to see what he can give us because we redshirted him this past year. Donnie Brown got the playing time when Leonard was hurt, but now it's going to be Brown and it's going to be Ryan. Brown is going to be the passer. Ryan's going to be that option threat because he came in as an athlete. His accuracy is not there. His throw power is not there. They're both at 76, but the man can run. And when the game is on the line and you cannot throw the ball for whatever reason, the option game just seems to open up everything. So we got Doug Osborne, and then we got Mr. White. Ryan White was here when we had Ryan Brown back in the day, and he is a great blocking tight end. But we just throw the ball so much that I got to go with Osborne, but we will get my man on the field. And, of course, you have an A-plus schedule. LSU first, Oklahoma, Virginia Tech, Iowa, Colorado. Then you got Air Force and Auburn. So a bunch of ranked teams in the first 7 weeks of the season. And then some teams who are not ranked to finish off the season with Georgia Tech, Clemson, and Georgia. But you never know. Any one of those teams could easily get back into the top 25 or get into the top 25. So we will redshirt the Michigan man. We're also going to redshirt. Actually, we're not going to redshirt Hart. I was thinking about it, and then no. And I was thinking about redshirting Ford, and then I was like, nah, I'm going to let it play out. Smith is a senior. Williams is or juniors, excuse me. So I want some guys to get some playing time. Bo James looking like a beast, 80 overall, already at tight end, but he's going to have to sit. We got too many guys in front of him, and that's just what it is, man. You come to a program like ours, like Alabama in its heyday, Miami in its heyday, you might have to sit a year just before you can even get on the field, have a chance to get on the field, which might be the best thing for some players in the long run. And then on defense, there's not really too many people that we can redshirt because our secondary is thin. We only have 4 cornerbacks, as you can see. And then, of course, we have 2 free safeties and 2 strong safeties, and that is it. And I will go back and redshirt one of these punters. I believe one is a junior, one is a sophomore. They're both 76 overall, so that makes my job easier. Williams left in one of the tops in the country. And then we got this cornerback because you could never have enough cornerbacks if you ask me. Another left in Perry, Johnson outside backer, Keenan strong safety. So we're just focusing heavy on defense, but we are going after one quarterback in Adrian Willis. We do need a quarterback. So, hey, going to try to get one in the program. He runs a 4.48. Those 40 times, don't trust him because you see it all the time. Guys will run 4.16s all the time. Remember, it's high school. I had a friend that ran a 4.4. And it's like the coach is telling him, you don't run a 4.4. Like this running back that's about to go to Cal Berkeley and probably get drafted in the first round one day, he runs a 4.4, and you don't be catching them in practice, so you know you don't run a 4. And yeah, that was kind of the conversation that they had there. Anyways, these are the top 25 teams. You can see Colorado is on probation for 2 more years. I don't know what they're doing. Deion, get it together. Michigan State ranked number 14. Ole Miss is number 15. Texas A&M is number 16. And then the good old boys of Georgia Southern at number 17 in the nation. A- overall, B on offense, and an A+ on defense. So our defense is very, very good. The key for us, don't turn the ball over and maybe utilize that option attack and maybe throw that ball deep, straight Al Davis type offense. You know what I'm saying? Option, well, he didn't run the option, but it's a heavy run with the Raiders. Get those big old linemen out there and then play fake off of that. But anyways, that's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys are excited for another season of Georgia Southern football. If you are, that's great, man. Until you meet again, my friends, though, peace, love, hot sauce.